If you haven't seen the latest edition of the Minnesota Score magazine, then you are missing out. Missing out on great photos, features, interviews, and information you won't find anywhere else. Whether it's the Twins, Vikings, Wild, Wolves, Gophers, or high school sports, we have it all. It's an all-sports magazine about all your favorite teams and then some. Get your copy of the Minnesota Score by going to our website at minnesotascore.com. That's minnesotascore.com. The Minnesota Score magazine. You won't want to miss another issue.
Well, I had a great start and unfortunately couldn't capitalize and fell behind, and I think that kind of affected some things we had going. I don't think that we necessarily responded really well to being behind, staying with our game in certain situations, but certainly that game was hanging there for us to climb back into tonight.
Did you sense any sort of a letdown when Harding couldn't come back out in the second?
That's tough to say. I mean, first off, it's a tough situation for Kemps to come into, but there wasn't a letdown on our team's part. That's for sure.
After Backstrom's already been out, what's going through your mind when Josh is kind of dangling his leg there?
You can't worry about those things. You take what's given to you and you put your head down and you get back to work.
Do you have any idea if he will play on Thursday, or is it up in the air?
I haven't even met with the trainer yet, so I can't give you an update on that.
Like the heavy hitting and that nastiness from the last game, it didn't seem like it was at that level?
No, didn't. You're right. In large part to, I thought because of our execution, and some of that might have been because we were down, and that's sort of what I was saying. It felt like we were, every time we touched the puck, we tried to turn it into a goal. Our puck support wasn't as good. Our focus to get in behind their defensemen and to grind them down by playing that type of game wasn't there, and I think that's why you saw a little bit more of the back and forth action going, which it didn't serve us well offensively, and certainly having the effect that we want to have on them as well.
Getting 6 power plays and not being able to convert, not only is that hurt not being able to score on those, but it also throw you off on the 5-on-5 game?
Well, mentally, that's a challenge for sure. I mean, when you're climbing back in a game, you get an opportunity on the power play. I mean, it's not easy to, when you don't score on that power play, to get refocused and go out there. So power plays, I mean, that's a big story tonight for sure, and one that we have to look at to see what we can do to help our guys a little bit more in certain situations there.
Nick was on the bench in the third period. Can you update his status? Does that mean he's available?
Yeah, it was quite a unique situation tonight, so we'll update that a little bit more tomorrow.
Mike, did you try to do anything on the fly once just not be able to get shots through and the number of?
Well, that's the thing, is that we can certainly there's some adjustments that you can make and some things that you can look to do a little bit differently, but at the end of the night we had 68 shot attempts and only 25 of them got through. That's a credit to them. They blocked shots, they did a good job there, but execution wise we weren't at our best tonight, and so it's again you go into this game and you look at what we did well, and you make sure that you continue to do those things, and we just have to make sure we identify what we need to do better and be ready to do it.
Koivu and Parise are 2 big reasons this team made it in the playoffs, and a couple turnovers tonight. And
yeah, they're more than big reason why we made it. We don't make it if it's not for those 2 guys, and it probably wasn't the greatest of nights, but I'll say this, that if you know them the way that I do, you'd be really excited to watch them play the next game.
You got Jason back out there today. Is that just kind of a step in the right direction?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and getting through the game and getting the more ice time. You know, obviously he's missed a little bit of time here, so you know, for him to get out there and start to get his timing back, and I thought that he started to, you know, I thought that as the game went on, his game got better too. So I think that helps us definitely going into the next game.
When you look at the power play, do you look at personnel? Do you look at schemes?
We'll look at it all. You know, again, we gotta. I mean, these guys are going out and they're busting their butts, and we have to, you know, look to see what we can do on our part to try to help them out a little bit more too.
Thank you.